But let me just introduce myself real quickly. My name's Bob Goldberg, and I have the distinct honor of being the executive director of the Jewish Federation here in Des Moines. And I have to say that this is our third annual Hanukkah lighting across Iowa. And I want to thank all of you for making time to be with us tonight. Tonight's program is going to be short and sweet and fun. And I have to tell you, this program started because of COVID and because we were the working relationships, the friendships that we've made with our colleagues across the state has been incredibly meaningful to me. We've done some great work together. We've had fun together. We have commiserated together, and as a minority amongst minorities in the state, it is incredibly empowering when we can come together as a community of Jews, whether we're in Dubuque or Davenport or Sioux City or Council Bluffs or Iowa City or Ames, across the state, to be together, to celebrate, and to work together towards shared goals. So what we're going to do is, as I introduce speakers, I will highlight them so everybody can see them and hear them. I am going to ask you again to keep yourself muted as best as possible so everybody can hear each other. And I think for me, one of the thoughts about Hanukkah that has always been inspiring to me are words from the late great Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sacks of blessed memory, who says, "When I use the flame of my faith to light a candle in someone else's life, my Jewishness is not diminished, it grows, because there's now more Jewish light in the world. When it comes to spiritual goods, as opposed to material goods, the more I share, the more I have. If I share my knowledge or my faith or my love with others, I won't have less, I may even have more. So share your Judaism with others. That's what we are doing tonight. Take the flame of your faith and help set other souls on fire." The words of the late Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sacks. So with that, I would like to introduce my friend Hannah Rogers, the president of the board of directors of the Jewish Federation of Greater Des Moines. Now, bear with me just a second because I have to find her so I can spotlight her. There she is. Let me spotlight. There you go, Hannah, you're on.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's so good to get together as a statewide Jewish community gathering during this very cold evening around our computer screens, sharing the warmth of our spirits. In a year full of challenges, the story of Hanukkah and its miracles are especially meaningful. Hanukkah is a holiday of hope. It celebrates light overcoming darkness. I'd like you to join me in shining a light amid this darkness, the darkness of anti-Semitism, the darkness of hatred, and the darkness for many in Ukraine. As we celebrate Hanukkah tonight, let's remember that through our everyday acts of kindness and compassion, we shine a light, and our light makes a difference. May the lights this Hanukkah spread love and kindness to all. Let it remind us of our proud history and propel us forward into a better tomorrow. Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Now we are going to go down the street from Tifereth, Israel to Temple B'nai Jeshurun, and we're going to go to Rabbi Neil Schuster, and we're going to do a little learning with Rabbi Neil. So I just have to find him. Let's see. Rabbi, where? Oh, where?
I'm right here.
Let's see. There you go. And let me make
Okay. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and I hope this works. So every year, this is a question, and there are all kinds of different approaches. So this is it. How do you spell Hanukkah when you're doing it in English? So the answer is you should spell Hanukkah however you feel like spelling it. I'm not going to tell you how you should spell it. but I'm happy to tell you how I spell it and what my reasoning is. So first, let's take a look at the problem. What part of the word is hard to spell in English? Fortunately, it's very simple. It's, oh, wait a minute. Where's my screen? Okay, come on. There we go. It is only the beginning, the middle, and the end of the word that's hard. So let's take a look at the beginning. So it's a chet, it's a guttural sound. It's not a breathy H sound. What are our options for this? So option number one, we can use a CH, but CH can make a lot of different sounds, as illustrated in this sentence. Charlie drank champagne in the midst of the chaos. So we can have ch, we can have sh, we can have k. It can make all kinds of sounds. On the other hand, we're all used to seeing this and knowing that it's l'chaim, not l'chaim. Option number two, we can use an H, which looks nice. It's clean, it's simple, but it's just the wrong sound. If we want to get fancy, we can use an H with a dot under it, or a breve. This is great if you're a fancy academic, but seriously, who's going to look at an H with a dot and understand how it's supposed to be pronounced? And besides, how are you going to type this on your computer? Of course, there is the KH option. People have been trying to make this one catch on for a while, but no one's going to mistake this for a different sound, like with CH. But on the other hand, what kind of sound is this supposed to be? It looks like someone just made a mistake. So basically, we've got no good options. So let's set this aside for a minute, move somewhere where there actually is an answer. The middle of the word. So the question, is it one N or two? Is it one K or two? The answer is it's one N, two Ks. I feel really strongly about this. Why is this the case? Because the kaf is a chaf with a dagesh. And this particular dagesh, it indicates the doubling of a letter. So the English equivalent would be the doubling of the K. As for the N, there's no reason in English or in Hebrew for doubling it. So one N, two Ks. All right, end of the word. How do I make this go? Okay, the end of the word should it end with an with AH or just with an A. There's been a little, it really doesn't matter. And bottom line, doesn't matter. Same word either way. It's been a little bit of a fad recent years, get rid of these dangling H's. And as you just saw, it is a serious issue among people named Sarah. I personally go with the H. To me, it just feels a little unfinished without it. If you wanted to make a case for it, you could argue Chanukah is a feminine noun. In Hebrew, feminine nouns often end with a kamatz and a hey, but it's not a slam dunk argument. Personally, I go with the H at the end, but it's a matter of taste, not of principle. So let's go back to the tough part, the end of the word. All right, let's look at the options again. We can do the H with a dot under it. We can do the H with the dot under it. It's accurate, but it's unhelpful and impractical. There's the KH option. It's distinctive, but it's also unhelpful and impractical. And it also, to me, it's not so attractive. I don't know. I feel like I look at this, I feel like I'm going to injure myself saying it. So this gives us the choice between a CH and an H. Personally, I prefer the CH. It can be pronounced in lots of different ways, whereas the H is going to be H all the time. And it ends up changing the meaning of the holiday. It goes from Chanukah to Hanukkah. And these mean different things. Check this out. Okay? Hanukkah means to inaugurate, consecrate, or dedicate, as in to rededicate the temple in Jerusalem. And interestingly, the same root gives us chinuch, which means education. So that's nice. On the other hand, Chanukah with a hey means to deduct or reduce, and that same root also means to hit or strike or beat. The word Chanukah means the one that is reduced, and hukah means to have been beaten or struck. It's a pretty different meaning from dedication. Now, admittedly, using the same mode of analysis, if someone mistakes ch for a sh sound, it sounds like the Hebrew root shin nun kuf, which means to choke, strangle, or asphyxiate. However, this root does not have this form. You can't. Chanukah is not a word, and besides, if you're pronouncing it Chanukah, you've got bigger issues. So, in closing, I would like to say to this question, this, like Hanukkah itself, this analysis received far more energy and attention than it deserved. In the end, people will spell Hanukkah however they like. And as for me, I spell Hanukkah like this in English. But the ultimate answer to how do you spell Hanukkah? With a chet, like this.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good information for everybody. Had I been prepared, I would have done a survey for everybody now to answer how they spell Hanukkah so we can see what the majority says. But I'm convinced, Rabbi, you got it on the mark. Okay. Cedar Rapids, Temple, Judah, Rabbi Thalblum, where are you, sir?
I'm here somewhere. You should be able to find me. I am going to share my screen and put the words up here for everybody.
There we go.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. Well, happy Hanukkah to you from Cedar Rapids. Very nice to be joining you all again for the third annual Hanukkah lighting across Iowa. We're going to sing here for the end Debbie Friedman's song, the Dreidel Song. I put words up, so hopefully you all can sing along where you are. Hopefully you'll also be able to hear my wife and son joining in from our end, but we'll see what happens. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch the dreidel spin, spin, spin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch now, let the fun begin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, spin the dreidel, try to win and sing along this dreidel song with me. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch the dreidel spin, spin, spin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch now, let the fun begin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, spin the dreidel, try to win and sing along this dreidel song with me. See the dreidel spinning round and round and round. When it stops, it will tell you this is what you have to do. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch the dreidel spin, spin, spin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch now, let the fun begin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, spin the dreidel, try to win and sing along this dreidel song. Take nothing and we'll say Gimel wins, it's fun to play. Hey takes half but land on Shin, and you'll have to put some in. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch the dreidel spin, spin, spin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, watch now, let the fun begin. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, spin the dreidel, try to win and sing along this dreidel song with me. And sing along this dreidel song with me. And sing along this dreidel song with me. Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Rabbi. All right. So if you can unshare your screen.
Doing it. There we go.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So to wrap up the program tonight, I'm a big fan of poetry, and I found a poet who is a graduate of the Iowa Writers Workshop. His name is Stephen Schneider. I don't know, some of you may be familiar with him. And he has a poem called Hanukkah Lights Tonight. So we're going to wrap it up with this. Hanukkah Lights Tonight, our annual Prairie Hanukkah party, latkes, kugel, cherry blintzes. Friends arrive from nearby towns and dance the twist to Hanukkah Lights Tonight. Spin like a dreidel to a klezmer hit. The candles flicker in the window. Outside, ponderosa pines are tied in red bows. If you squint, the neighbor's Christmas lights look like the Omaha skyline. The smell of oil is in the air. We drift off to childhood where we spent our gelt on baseball cards and matinees, cream sodas and potato knishes. No delis in our neighborhood, only the wind howling over the crushed corn stalks. Inside, we try to sweep the darkness out, waiting for the Messiah to knock, wanting to know if he can join the party. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making time to be with us tonight, to be part of this special community. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, happy New Year, and may we continue to go from strength to strength. Be well, stay warm. Good
Happy
night.
Hanukkah.
Happy
We're gonna miss you,
Hanukkah.
Bob.
Thank you.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
Bob, I think this is your last
Happy
event.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
We're gonna miss you.
We'll miss you, Bob.
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
See you later, Oliver.
Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. And thank you.